Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives. Once again, guys, we must set the record straight. Another fool, ex-NBA player running their mouths, talking nonsense. And I saw this clip that was sent to me. Shout out to BTG, the Don, for sending me this clip of J.R. Smith, you know, one of the dumbest players in NBA's history, J.R. Smith, talking about how Kyrie Irving is the greatest offensive player, the greatest scorer in NBA's history. And he said that Michael Jordan's not even close to Kyrie Irving. That's what he said. That was his exact words. Michael Jordan not close to Kyrie Irving scoring the basketball, man. I tell you, man, you can't make this stuff up. I tell you guys, I wake up in the morning. I have no plans to do these videos. You guys send me something or I see something and I do a video on it. And that's why I tell you guys, man, it's insane, man, the things that these guys say, that they're allowed to say with no pushback. No one shuts these fools down. No one clowns them. No one tells them to shut up. And J.R. Smith, once again, gives no explanation. That's the problem. It's the explanations that these guys cannot give. You can have your opinion. You want to think Kyrie Irving this, that, that's fine. You got to be able to explain it, though. You got to be able to give some factual evidence to why you have that opinion or why you're going to make a crazy statement like that. And J.R. Smith couldn't do it. We're going to talk about the things that he said in this video, man. Once again, we have to set the record straight on another ex-NBA player because these guys are oblivious to the NBA's history and they don't know what they're talking about. They're just a bunch of goofs, man, that just say things off emotions. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Guys, I'm truly humbled, man. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man. Thank you very much, guys. You guys sending me stuff, emailing me, all this stuff, guys. The comments, the liking the videos. Thank you very much, guys. It means a lot. Like I said, I always try to get back to you guys. I try to, interact as much as I can. The things have been going crazy in my personal life right now, man. Just been busy with so many things. So thanks to all you guys out there, man. Thank you very much, guys. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, man, like I said, man, we're going to talk about this clown, J.R. Smith, in this video, man. And I hate to really come down on these guys like this, man. There's really no nice way for me to do this. There really isn't. You know, when we talk about a lot of these ex-NBA players, man, and the things that they say. Now, what have I told you guys on this channel? I've told you guys many times that your opinion is your opinion. And anyone can have an opinion. That's true. But there are different levels to opinions. Right? There are some opinions that are actually based in the facts, based in reality. But for a lot of these ex-NBA players, they cannot give you any factual evidence. They cannot even explain what they're talking about. So their opinions are not valid. They're not based in reality. They're not based off the facts, right? They're basing their opinions off of lies and narratives that they create. They create this. J.R. Smith is creating a narrative that Kyrie Irving is the greatest scorer in the history of the game. But there's no evidence to support that. There's nothing that supports Kyrie Irving as the greatest scorer in NBA's history. He doesn't have the greatest scoring average in NBA's history, not even in the postseason. He doesn't have the most scoring titles in NBA's history. He doesn't have the highest scoring game in NBA's. There's no evidence, statistically, accolade-wise, that would lead you to believe or to make a statement that you could support Kyrie Irving as the greatest scorer in NBA's history. Nothing. J.R. Smith still makes the statement, though. So once again, if his opinion that Kyrie Irving is the greatest scorer of all time, that's great. But you must be able to supply evidence to support your opinion, that why you would come to that conclusion. And he couldn't do it. Because this is what a lot of these guys do. They make a statement and they qualify their statement with their emotion. Right? So they'll make a statement and then they'll back it up because they played in the NBA. Right? And they'll just be emotional about it. Oh, yeah, this guy was this. For example, remember Rasheed Wallace, guys? He said that Michael Jordan wasn't that great of a defense. I don't think Michael Jordan's that great of a defender. And how did he explain it away? His explanation was because he saw Michael Jordan get scored on. Or I saw Michael Jordan get cooked out there in the court. That was his explanation to reasoning why he said Michael Jordan was not that great of a defensive player. Rasheed Wallace is an idiot, and I told you guys, Michael Jordan is easily recognized and easily one of the 10 greatest defenders in the history of the game. Easily, guys. That's not off of accolades or numbers. It's off the video footage. The effort that he gave, what he did on the court, it proves that. right? The success he had, the impact he had on the game on the defensive end. So for Rasheed Wallace to say that and then explain it by saying, I saw him get scored on or he got cooked here and there. Every great defender in the history of the game has been scored on, has been schooled, has been quote-unquote cooked. Every one of them. Great offense always beats great defense. We've known that. Rasheed Wallace won't talk about that, though. So once again, when he tries to explain his rationale, he sounds stupid. Your opinion sounds stupid. So I'm listening to J.R. Smith in this clip, and he goes off the top. Kyrie Irving's the greatest scorer in NBA's history. And he goes, you know what? You know what? And I thought he was going to, he was going to educate us and break down the game and break down a bunch of different players and explain how Kyrie Irving is the greatest scorer of all time. And you know what he proceeds to say? He says Kyrie Irving can score with either hand. He could shoot with the left hand. He could shoot with the right hand. He could do... Okay. Michael Jordan couldn't score with either hand? The great scorers couldn't score with either hand? And once again, that's irrelevant. See, these guys are getting confused with these guys being able to do all this stuff on the court, and they're confusing that with efficiency and actually your ability to score at a high level when it matters most. That's where these guys get confused, man. And that's where someone like Kyrie Irving gets exposed. Okay, so once again, J.R. Smith starts talking about the left hand and the right hand and the ways that he could, Kyrie Irving could score from anyone on the court. Okay, he can score from anyone on the court. Then he proceeds to talk about Kyrie Irving is damn near a 50, 40, 90 guy every season, except he's not because he takes difficult shots. See, J.R. Smith literally contradicted himself in his own statement. These guys are so stupid. I mean, listen, J.R. Smith's not an intelligent person. We get this, man. You listen to this guy speak, man. He don't sound intelligent at all, man. He sounds like he's on some kind of drug or something, man, this guy. And the crazy thing is I'm watching this video, and they're literally all smoking weed while they're talking about this. So this is what we allude to when we say these guys are not right in their minds. And I got nothing against marijuana users, man. Weed is great. But what I'm saying is that these guys are not thinking straight, and they're not being honest. They're not breaking down the game. J.R. Smith, you're going to say he's damn near a 50, 40, 90 guy every season, but he's not because he takes difficult shots. That's a contradiction right there. If he's that great of a scorer, then he should be taking better shots, shouldn't he? Why is he taking such difficult shots if he can get any shot he wants anytime on the court? That's what J.R. Smith said. Kyrie Irving could get anyone on the court. He could get any shot he wants whenever he wants. Then why is he taking difficult shots, J.R. Smith? You literally don't make any sense. Kyrie Irving takes bad shots a lot. He takes bad shots, Kyrie Irving. That's what you mean to say, J.R. Smith? So how can you be the greatest scorer in NBA's history when you literally admit he takes bad shots? He takes difficult shots. No, he takes bad shots. Come on, J.R. Smith. Once again, you're not living in reality. You're not being honest with the people out there. Kyrie Irving's nowhere close to the greatest scorer in the history of the game. He's not top 5 or top 10 to me. Scores in the history of the game. I couldn't do it. There's no way I could put Kyrie Irving. He's not qualified. Once again, J.R. Smith, you couldn't qualify your statement with any evidence. Nothing to back this up. Has Kyrie Irving ever led the league in scoring? He's never led. Kyrie Irving's never even finished in a top 5, guys, or a top 10 in scoring. Never once. The dude's never led the league in scoring in NBA's history. But J.R. Smith tells you that the greatest scorer in NBA's history never led the league once in scoring? How does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. It's like the other day when I told you guys that one guy made that video a couple weeks back when I was on Man Down Sports, and this guy tried to tell me and sell me on the idea that Kevin Durant's a great, quote-unquote, great defensive player. Even though he's never made one all-defensive team in his career, he's going to qualify and say Kevin Durant's a great defender. There's no way you can qualify that. There's no way you can explain that or justify that statement. There's no evidence to support that. You're just making a statement based off your emotion because you like Kevin Durant. He's not a great defender. He's never been a great defender. And it's easy to see this. Same thing with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving can score the basketball, but to say that he's the greatest scorer or one of the top 5 or 10 greatest scorers, there's nothing to qualify that. He's never even led this era, this weak, soft era, with no defense. He's never even led this era in scoring, not even a single time. Meanwhile, Russell Westbrook, who they'll tell you has no skills scoring the ball, the complete opposite of Kyrie Irving, the footwork and the scoring, right ability, he led the league in scoring multiple times. How is it possible? How great is Kyrie Irving at scoring? He's never led the league in scoring. It don't add up. If he was that great, The greatest scorer ever. He didn't say the greatest scorer of his era, the greatest scorer of the 2010s. He said he's the greatest scorer ever. And when one of the guys in the video asked him about, they gave him some pushback. They were like, well, what about Steph Curry? He was like, oh, he's greater than Steph Curry's not even close. And then they go, well, what about Michael Jordan? And he goes, Michael Jordan's not close. J.R. Smith said with a straight face, he wasn't laughing or chuckling or grinning. With a straight face, he said that Michael Jordan's not close to Kyrie Irving scoring the ball. So, the player in NBA's history with the highest scoring average in the regular season, in the postseason, the player with the most scoring titles, right? Which means you led that league in scoring. The most scoring titles in NBA's history. 10. 7 in a row. That player. He's not the greatest scorer. He's not even close to Kyrie Irving. According to J.R. Smith. That guy's not close to Kyrie Irving. A guy who never led the league in scoring. Doesn't even have a top 30 scoring average in NBA's history. Not even in top 30, guys, in scoring average in NBA's history. Guys like Karl Malone have higher averages than Kyrie Irving. That's right, guys. Not even a top 30 in scoring average. He's a greater scorer than that guy, Michael Jordan. And not even is he a greater scorer, he's not even close to Michael Jordan, according to J.R. Smith. This is his opinion, and we're supposed to respect J.R. Smith's opinion because he played in the NBA, and this is what he feels. I told you, he's basing his statements off emotion. And that's why I tell you, these guys are feminine now. There are no grown men anymore. The grown men are being phased out of this world. We're being phased out. And that's why I tell you to hold on to your children and raise your kids to be men. Raise them the right way, to stand on values, on honor, class, to carry themselves with integrity. J.R. Smith spoke with no honor, no class, no integrity here, man. Complete disingenuous statements, not accurate statements, not historically accurate statements at all. No historical perspective or context here. He wants you to believe that Kyrie Irving's a great scorer of all time. Just because he can score both hands, he could dribble really good. Kyrie Irving's the greatest ball handler in NBA's history. So once again, yes, Kyrie Irving has great ball handling ability, guys. Great skills on the ball handling. But J.R. Smith's not going to mention that in this era, these guys are allowed to manipulate the basketball way more than they were back in the day. Kyrie Irving is not dribbling the ball like that in the 60s, guys. He's not. He's going to get called for carry every play. He would be relegated to the Bob Cousy dribbling. Then we'll see how great you are. Once again, these guys are exposed of this era. They're so skilled that the officiating has to be less for them. The standard has to be lowered for them, even though they're so skilled. It shouldn't be the opposite. I've told you guys about this. It should be the opposite. If these guys are so much more skilled and so much greater than the other guys back in the day, then the standard should be elevated for them. They should have a higher standard, not a less standard. So when J.R. Smith talks about Kyrie Irving's ball handling ability as to one of the reasons why he's the greatest scorer in NBA's history, once again, you're exposing Kyrie Irving in this era. Kyrie Irving is a great ball handler, but he's greater in this era because he's allowed to carry the ball, put his hand literally under the basketball. Come on, man. How many times have you seen Kyrie Irving do these fancy moves? He's carrying the ball so clearly. He's traveling. I mean, come on, man. And they want to talk about these guys' footwork and the ball handling. Like, dude, man, they're allowed to travel, take these extra steps, drag their pivot foot. They're allowed to carry the ball, palm it, all these things. I'm not impressed with that. That doesn't show and prove to me that Kyrie Irving's the greatest scorer of all time. Then he had the nerve to say that Kyrie Irving is the greatest finisher under the rim in NBA's history. Now, Kyrie Irving is an excellent finisher under the rim, and J.R. Smith talking about, Kyrie Irving could spin the ball off the left side. He could spin off the right side of the backboard. And yeah, Kyrie Irving could do some of these great moves, spin it and hit the backboard at different angles. He's a great finisher under the rim, Kyrie Irving. But to say that he's way far above a Michael Jordan, and you talk about finishing under the rim, Michael Jordan to me is just much more creative. He's a much more creative finisher than Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving's a creative finisher. But he's not Michael Jordan, man. He's not floating through the air and changing the body angles like Michael Jordan did. And once again, I challenge J.R. Smith to this idea, this notion, Kyrie Irving plays in a weak defensive era. Michael Jordan and some of the other great scorers down low, the Kobe Bryant's guys, these guys, like I said, that were known for being high flyers or guys that could create around the rim and finish creatively around the rim, they were finishing in an era with legit big men. When Michael Jordan's going in the lane, he's taking elbows and shoulders and knees and all these kinds of things and body blocks, hip checks. He's getting hit. He's going against legit 7-footers who are trying to challenge him at the rim. And Michael Jordan had to be creative, move the angles, move around guys. Not saying that Kyrie Irving couldn't do these things. He doesn't have to do these things as often as Michael Jordan had to. So once again, give me Michael Jordan finishing under the rim more creatively, more consistently than Kyrie Irving. And that's no knock on Kyrie Irving. He's a great finisher under the rim. Guys like Steph Curry, these guys are great finishers under the rim, man. I'm not taking anything away from them. Once again, though, in a weaker, softer era with less resistance, less 7-footers, less legit shot blockers, less physicality, less chance of you getting hurt. And which leads me into my next point here. J.R. Smith talks about the 50-40-90 possibilities for Kyrie Irving, though he's never done that. I believe he has one 50-40-90 season in a year that he played 60 games on the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not impressed. Go look at Kyrie Irving's numbers, man. And listen, Kyrie Irving, this is not a knock on Kyrie Irving, man. We're setting the record straight here on Kyrie Irving. We're putting some context and perspective behind J.R. Smith's insane comments. Michael Jordan's not close to Kyrie Irving. Are you kidding me? No, Kyrie Irving ain't close to Michael Jordan, J.R. Smith. He couldn't shine Michael Jordan's shoes on the offensive end. And all the evidence is right there in front of you. Never led the league in scoring, not once. Not once. Has not even in the top 30 in scoring average. Not in the top 30 in scoring average. What are we saying here, man? Never averaged 30 in one season. Never. Kyrie Irving never averaged more than 27 points a game in an NBA season. Russell Westbrook did. LeBron James did. All these other guys did. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Like really, what are we saying here, man? I don't get what these guys are trying to do here. Once again, they're trying to rewrite their history and bend reality. He gave no factual statements, evidence to support his claim of Kyrie Irving being the greatest scorer of all time, way above Michael Jordan, way beyond Steph Curry, way beyond a Kobe Bryant, or any of these guys, a Jerry West, an Elgin Baylor, a Wilt Chamberlain, a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's the greatest scorer than any of these guys who actually led the league in scoring. Guys who averaged 30 points a game in their careers, that played against defenses that were physical, against legit defense, where guys played defense. Kyrie Irving ain't playing in no defensive error here. Never led the league in scoring once, never averaged 30 once. The dude never played 82 games once in his career. Never played 82 games. I don't even know if Kyrie Irving played 80 games in a season. The dude misses more games than I don't even know who. But they want to talk about his numbers. Remember, I told you guys it's easy to put these numbers up when you're not playing any games. So Kyrie Irving scoring 27 points a game or whatever he averaged over the last couple of years, the dude's playing 30, 40, 50 games, man. He ain't playing no games, and he ain't playing no defense. That's why I laugh when guys were like, yo, Kyrie Irving's giving the F on the defensive end last year in the postseason. He was giving F on the defensive. Okay, finally, he gives F on the defensive end. Where was his effort all the other years? He ain't never going to start an all-defensive team, man. So just please stop with the nonsense, man. I'll tell you, man, Kyrie Irving gets a lot more love. He's overhyped. I'm not saying he's overrated. He's overhyped. Overhyped. J.R. Smith, he's the greatest scorer of all time. J.R. Smith, really? We're not even in the top 30 in scoring average. The greatest scorer of all time. The greatest scorer of all time never led the league in scoring once in the weakest era of NBA's history. Not once. J.R. Smith, he goes, Kyrie Irving, he's damn near 50-40-90 every season, but he's not because he takes difficult shots. Literally contradicted himself right there in his own statement. Why is he taking difficult shots if he can score anywhere and get anywhere? That's what J.R. Smith said. Oh, Kyrie Irving can get anywhere on the court anytime he wants to. He can score from anywhere. Then why is he taking difficult shots? Because Kyrie Irving is a bad shot taker. He takes bad shots, Kyrie Irving, a lot. Where was all that scoring in the finals? Where was it? The greatest scorer of all time couldn't score in the finals? Can't score when it mattered most. Couldn't score. Where was he? He was nowhere to be found in the finals last year, Kyrie Irving. He wasn't putting up historical numbers, scoring the ball. Where was all those skills? That's why I said last year, or last time I talked about this stuff in the finals. Where were all the skills from Kyrie Irving in the finals? They disappeared. He was not there. He's very inconsistent, Kyrie Irving. His shooting percentages are very inconsistent. Look at the percentages. And J.R. Smith talking about he takes difficult shots. No, he takes bad shots, J.R. Smith. Because he doesn't have the high IQ like that. He don't have the game of a Michael Jordan, man. Michael Jordan was much more precise. Michael Jordan only needed 1-2 dribbles, sometimes no dribbles to score. Kyrie Irving's got to dribble the ball 30 times just to get a shot off. How is that impressive? That's not impressive. Steph Curry could score all these points without dribbling the ball. He could come off screens. He could move without the ball. All these things, he could score the ball that way. He led the league in scoring before. Kyrie Irving never did this. Kyrie Irving ain't Steph Curry without the ball in his hands. He don't move like that without the ball in his hands. Now, Kyrie Irving can make plays without the ball, but he's not Steph Curry. Like, come on, man. To say that he's much greater than these guys at scoring, like I told you, to me, I'm not putting Kyrie Irving as a top 10 scorer because Kyrie Irving, to me, once again, he's not even in the top 30 in scoring average. And like I said, where was the scoring last season in the finals? It wasn't there. It wasn't there. He's inconsistent. He takes a lot of bad shots. He needs to dribble all over the court to get his shot off, and then they talk about how skillful that was. Oh, Kyrie Irving took 30 dribbles to get a turnaround fadeaway shot off. Michael Jordan could triple threat position you, not put the ball on the court, and still get a better quality shot off than Kyrie Irving could dribble the ball all over the court. Kyrie Irving's the kind of guy where he'll dribble so much, he'll get past the defender and then dribble himself back out of the game. Or he'll dribble the defender back on him. You know what I'm saying, guys, right? He'll dribble so much, he gets past the defender, but dribble so much, the defender has time to recover on him. It's insane. I've seen it so many times with Kyrie Irving. Because he's out there dribbling around like an idiot. And that's supposed to be skills. Or these are skills. No, Michael Jordan being able to score, average 30-plus points a game literally every single night, while not having to dribble all over the court, while being able to post guys up, right? Score in a myriad of different ways. On the fast break, in the post, on the perimeter. It didn't matter. Under the rim, above the rim. Right? He can make plays on the defensive end. So Michael Jordan's offensive skills, his offensive scoring ability is much greater than Kyrie Irving's. And that should be easy to see for anyone. But J.R. Smith says that Kyrie Irving is way above Michael Jordan. What? And then he can't give any evidence. And this is where you get exposed, J.R. Smith. And this is why, you look like an idiot. And this is why you always sounded, and you've always kind of looked like an idiot. Come on, man. Does anybody really respect J.R. Smith as being educated or having any kind of real basketball acumen? I mean, the dude didn't even know where he was in the NBA Finals. And we get on LeBron James for his lack of leadership in that moment. And yes, that falls on LeBron James. But J.R. Smith made a bonehead play because J.R. Smith's a bonehead. He's never been known as an intelligent guy or a guy that's going to be out there making high IQ plays. He's gotten by with his athleticism. J.R. Smith's a great athlete, J.R. Smith. And that's what's gotten him by in his life in the NBA. Not his intelligence, not his IQ or understanding of the game. Because when he tries to break down Kyrie Irving and why he's the greatest scorer, he made no sense. He made no argument, no solid case. Michael Jordan is clearly greater than Kyrie Irving at scoring the basketball. Clearly. Michael Jordan's more skilled than Kyrie Irving, had better footwork than Kyrie Irving. All these things, more crisp. If you want to say Kyrie Irving's a better ball handler than Michael Jordan, that's great. Good for Kyrie Irving. Remember, in this era, where Kyrie Irving could carry the ball all over the court. To me, Michael Jordan was better at ball handling, though. Not dribbling, but ball handling. Handling the basketball. Remember, Michael Jordan's the highest usage rate. Always had the ball in his hands in crunch time when it mattered most. Always went against the other team's great defender, right? Always was facing double and triple teams. Going against crazy physical defenses, the Jordan rules. Ain't no one making no Kyrie Irving rules because he's so skilled and he's so great at scoring. They can't stop him. They got to come with a certain set of rules for Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's not even the best scorer on his team currently. How the hell is he the greatest scorer of all time? Imagine Michael Jordan being on a team, right? And not being the best or the greatest scorer on his team. I can't imagine that. It's Michael Jordan clearly. And like I said, Michael Jordan was in an era where guys were able to beat him up and be physical, but Kyrie Irving was the greatest scorer of all time. And the reason why I'm bringing up Michael Jordan so much is because J.R. Smith literally said that Kyrie Irving is way above Michael Jordan. He said Michael Jordan's not even close. Really? Not close. And anyone's supposed to take J.R. Smith serious now. This is what I'm saying, guys. This is where these guys lose credibility. They lose cachet. They lose all their respect. They've lost all integrity. But these guys want to speak, and they want us to respect what they have to say because they play in the league. Y'all are not saying anything respectable. You're not saying anything worth a damn. So once again, I have to educate and set the record straight on another ex-NBA player. And like I said, to me, I'm not putting Kyrie Irving as a top 10 scorer of all time. People can say whatever they want about Kyrie Irving's scoring ability, his skills, all that great. That's great, man. Kyrie Irving can make some crazy layups. He can make some shots. He can get to certain spots on the court. He's very inconsistent, Kyrie Irving, though, man. And like I said, never led the league in scoring. This guy's talking about 50, 40, 90. Kyrie Irving's like a 46% field goal for his career? Like, come on, man. Like, these guys talk about this 50, 40, 90 stuff. Kyrie Irving's not sniffing this stuff. Like I told you, Kyrie Irving ain't doing this stuff while playing 80 games a season. most of his numbers are skewed. Because if you look at the games played for Kyrie Irving, he ain't playing no games. So don't look at the numbers, or don't go to Basketball Reference and start looking at stats for Kyrie Irving and be like, oh, look at this guy's numbers. They're all skewed. All right? They're all skewed. Look how many games Kyrie Irving has played, how many games he hasn't played in his career. This guy's never on the court, man. Never on the court. His numbers are all inflated and skewed because he's only playing 30, 40, 50, 60 games. Like I told you, show me Kyrie Irving averaging 30 points per game in an NBA season playing 82 games. Show me that. Show me those skills. That scoring ability, you'll never see it. He can't do it. He's never done it. He'll never ever be able to do it. Like I say, he's not even the best scorer on his team. But J.R. Smith wants you to believe he's a great scorer of all time, way above Michael Jordan. Give me Michael Jordan above Kyrie Irving. Give me Kobe Bryant above Kyrie Irving. Give me Jerry West above Kyrie Irving. Give me Larry Bird above Kyrie Irving, man. I'll take any one of those guys over Kyrie Irving. I mean, I'll take Kevin Durant. I don't even like Kevin Durant. Give me Kevin Durant over Kyrie Irving. Give me Steph Curry over Kyrie Irving. Scoring the basketball, man. I mean, give me Will Chamberlain over Kyrie Irving. Scoring the basketball. I mean, really, if you think about some of the great scores in NBA's history, these guys were able to score the ball in a physical era while shooting 50%, while being accurate, not taking bad shots. Oh, Kyrie Irving takes difficult shots. That's on him. You can't use that as an excuse. Oh, he takes difficult shots. That's on Kyrie Irving, man. So he's so great at scoring, he has to take difficult shots. I mean, J.R. Smith contradicted himself about 2 or 3 times in like a 1-minute clip. It's insane to me. Kyrie Irving can get anyone on the court any way he wants to. Then why is he taking difficult shots, J.R. Smith? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Kyrie Irving forces up a lot of shots, man. He's a shot chucker sometimes. Kyrie Irving does nothing else on the court except for chucking up shots, Kyrie Irving, man. And like I said, man, there's not a tear down. There's a put into perspective, set the record straight on J.R. Smith's comments about Kyrie Irving and referring to him as the greatest scorer of all time, even though you've given no context, nothing to support your claim, your weird opinion. I mean, come on, man. Kyrie Irving scored 60 points once in his career. One time, 60-point game for Kyrie Irving, and that's great. I'm not saying that's bad, but come on, man. If you're a great scorer of all time, you can't score 60 points many times? I mean, Donovan Mitchell has a higher career scoring average than Kyrie Irving. Donovan Mitchell. He has a higher postseason scoring average than Kyrie Irving. Donovan Mitchell. Is anyone putting Donovan Mitchell as a top 5, top 10 scorer of all time? No. But in this era, he scores more than Kyrie Irving does. And listen, Kyrie Irving's a great scorer, but he's not one of the 5 greatest scorers in NBA's history. He's not close to Michael Jordan. But he says that Kyrie Irving's way above Michael Jordan, but gives no evidence. And you know why he gave no evidence, guys? Because there is no evidence to support that claim. Just like when they tell you guys these things about LeBron James and all those other nonsense, there's no support for this stuff. There's nothing to support this. They're just talking nonsense. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.